Cool, so day 12. Malware Analysis, Forensic McBlue to the REVscue. The malicious document attached to the phishing email was confirmed to be executed. Aside from the fact that the rogue connections were observed, we know little about what it does. Our in-house expert, Forensic McBlue, has confirmed that the malicious document spawned another suspicious binary. Pivoting from that, he dumped it from the memory for this task to be further analysed by Malware Analysis. So learning the fundamentals of analysing malware samples without relying on an automated sandbox scanner. We're going to learn and understand typical malware behaviour and its importance in the incident investigation pipeline. So key malware behaviours. Before touching the malware in the sample task, we need to briefly introduce common malware behaviours and give a good perspective on what to expect in handling malware samples. A prominent word in cybersecurity malware is software created to harm a computer or an entire network. Threat actors develop malware to achieve a specific goal, such as infiltrating the network, breaching sensitive data, or disrupting operational services. If you were to inspect several malware samples in the wild, a typical pattern arises, making analysing other samples easier with experience. Knowing these common behaviours gives us an idea of what to look for on the defensive side, such as network connections. Malware tends to establish either an external network connection or an internal network connection. External network connections allow remote access or for downloading staged payloads from a threat actor's infrastructure. Meanwhile, internal connections allow for lateral movement, a technique used to extend the access to other hosts or applications within the network. Registry key modification. This type of malware will use registry keys to establish persistence, a technique used by threat actors to discreetly maintain long-term access to a system despite disruptions. A good example of a registry run key. A good example is registry run keys, which allow binaries to be automatically executed when a user logs in or the machine boots up. File manipulations. This malware tends to download one of the common reasons to establish a network connection or create new files needed for its successful execution. So given this new knowledge, we can expect the possible behaviour of malware during an investigation. The dangers of analysing malware samples. A big warning, handling a malware sample is dangerous. Always consider precautions while analysing it. With this, here are some helpful tips when handling a live malware. Always assume that the malware sample will infect your device, hence executing it is not always the first and only step in analysing it. Only run the malware sample in a controlled environment that prevents potential compromise of unwanted assets. It's always recommended to have your sandbox, which allows you to have worry-free execution of malware samples. A sandbox is a controlled test environment that mimics a legitimate end-user working environment. It gives analysts a safe environment to execute malware samples and learn their behaviour. Lastly, having a ready sandbox prevents analysts from running malware samples in their workstation, which is highly dangerous and impractical for the possibility of unwanted impact. In a typical setup, a sandbox also provides automated analysis at the disposal of security assets to determine if a binary from a set of malware samples requires further manual investigation. For this task, you can start the attached Flare VM instance by clicking on the Start Machine button. This VM will serve as your sandbox, however do not expect this machine to provide an automated analysis, since we will assist Forensic McBlue in conducting a manual analysis. If the VM is not visible, use the Show Split Screen View button at the top right of the page. You may use the following credentials for an alternative access via RDP. So we need to start the machine. Let's do that now. So while that boots, you might need to do the split screen. Okay, it's done it. So when we're ready, we can do a static and dynamic analysis. We've understood the prerequisites needed to handle the malware safely from the previous section. Now let's have a quick refresher of the two methods of malware analysis. Static analysis is a way of analysing malware samples without executing the code. The method mainly focuses on profiling the binary with its readable information such as its properties, program flow and strings. Given the limitation of not executing it, sometimes this method gives insufficient information, which is why we resort to dynamic analysis. Meanwhile, dynamic analysis mainly focuses on understanding the malware by executing it in a safe environment, such as a sandbox. By doing this, you'll see the malware live in action, see its exact behavior and how it infects the environment. We can then profile the executables through static analysis. As discussed before, popping the malware in desktop malware samples directory, let's conduct a static analysis of the mystery gift binary. For this exercise, we'll mainly use the following tools: Detect-It-Easy and Kappa. Detect-It-Easy, you right-click the sample and execute Detect-It-Easy, or die. This tool provides information about the file, such as its architecture, significant headers, packer used, and the strings. In this task, we'll only utilize the basic functionality of Detect-It-Easy to gain the basic information needed to analyze the binary. If you want to learn more about this tool, you may refer to this link. Upon opening, we'll immediately discover the binary's architecture and the executable packer used. Packing malware is a common technique used by malware developers to compress, obfuscate, or encrypt the binary. For this contents, such as significant strings and headers, it will not be immediately visible to static analysis tools. You may test this information by doing the following. View the strings from Detect-It-Easy, which shows an overwhelming number of strings that are not that significant for investigation. Note, strings are pieces of text inside a binary, often containing information such as IP addresses, URLs, file names, used by the malicious program.
Herder of Cat says,
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. How are you doing, Just a Guy? Welcome in. So our box is up now, so where do we have it? So where is Detect-It-Easy?
Doing exactly what you're doing. Embarrassed smiley face.
Are you on the same day? So that's Flare VM, transcripts, malware. Okay, so here's our sample.
What day is this?
This is 11? No, 12. Yeah, this is 12. So I know where the sample is. Where is the other tools? Kappa, no. Kappa, okay, just search for it. So Kappa's command line, so where's Detect-It-Easy? PS transcripts, done that. It's that one. Process monitor.
I'll do day 10 cause that's next for me. Blue team stuff is a tad boring. No offense to blue teamers. Used to be one for lots of years. I know what I'm talking about.
It is boring. It is boring. So P detective, but where? Box starter. What the hell are these ones? These aren't. Does it tell me where this is? Or is it actually, it's just a context menu? So right click, detect it easy, there we go. So you use context menu, open it in detect it easy. So we should have some questions to answer. What is the architecture of the malware sample? Which one of these should say what architecture it is? It says PE64, so I'm guessing it's 64. But does it actually have? There we go, architecture. So AMD 64, so it's definitely 64. 64-bit. What is the packer used in the malware sample? So that's the packer. UPX. What is the compiler used to build the malware sample? So we've got a compiler. And it's endianness. Where do we see the compiler? What's the hint? Check the output of kappa. Okay, so this is something totally different. So how the hell do we use kappa? Let's not skip huge chunks of the walkthrough. So now that we know the binary is using UPX, we can reanalyze the binary using kappa. If we type, let's go to our directory, open a terminal from here. And we want UPX-D mystery gift. So we've unpacked it. So what? What the hell? Where's that gone?
Euros says,
Going strong, all good to see smile.
Hey Yuri. So this bit's a bit strange. So if we've executed delete mystery gift.viv to delete the cached results of the first kappa execution. By deleting the viv file, kappa reanalyzes it. Okay. So we're just doing it because we've done something else prior. So mystery gift.viv. Couldn't find it anyway. Okay, so kappa mystery gift. This doesn't show the output, so I've got no idea what this is going to print. And then the next bit's dynamic, so... Okay, so here we go. So we've got a question down here again. So it was, what is the compiler used to build the malware sample? So we need to find compiler. It's really hard to read blue. Compiler nim. There we go, compiled with nim. How many MITRE attack techniques have been discovered through the discovery tactic? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, incorrect. Oh, sorry, within the discovery tactic, these two techniques, that makes more sense. Not the whole list. Right, so what is the registry key abused by the malware? So we should have... Does this show the keys, or is this going to be a Process Explorer thing? Doesn't look like it. Hint. Check the path column. I think this is going to be a Process Explorer thing. So you may observe we cannot execute the binary after double clicking it as its extension is not exe. Before renaming and executing the binary, let's prepare the tool we need for analysing its behaviour, procmon. So we need procmon, let's get that up. Right, so there's procmon. I needed to set that then when it came up. Let's open it again. So we need to search for process name is mystery gift.exe. Can remove that one. Okay, apply. Okay. So now let's prepare the malware sample for execution and rename it to mysterygift.exe. Let's just create a copy of it so I've got the unchanged one. Oh, okay, they're doing that. They're doing it anyway, just through PowerShell. Why can't I type? So there's that. We're now ready to pop the malware, navigate to the malware sample folder and double click the binary. Observe the results that get generated by procmon. Might be overwhelming at first, but we'll utilize its functionalities to show only the information we want. So let's trigger. Procmon ain't doing much. F, yeah. Yeah, definitely looks balked, doesn't it? Should we try again? Let's pop it again. Okay, random. Right, I think we're done with detect it easy. Maybe these are throwing it off. Let's check this is set right as well. Let's do processmon again. Processmon. I'll just copy it. Trigger. This should be doing something. really safe malware though. It's not doing anything. Can't complain too much. What if we do... Definitely doing weird shit. I'll just delete the one I made. Still doing nothing. Nothing in Procmon. It's generating stuff though. Right, weird. Let's just terminate this machine. We'll start it again. Let's create a brand new instance.
This is day 12.
Yeah, this is day 12. This is the follow-on from the memory analysis. Now we're doing malware analysis. But yeah, it's broken at the moment. So we don't know what the registry key is. What was the value written on the registry? Again, we can't see that. What are the names of the two files created by the malware? Again, we can't see that. Two domains where the malware has initiated network connection. Going back to strings inside the malware. So that one we might be able to do. Did it show strings? View the strings. Okay, so that's what we need, the strings. So we'll do strings. We'll get the strings first. I love how you need like some sketchy third-party tool to get the strings, and then in Linux it's just the command strings. Like, Right, malware sample. Do. So here's the strings. One of them's going to be a URL. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Halfway. It's going to be at the bottom, isn't it? Oh, here we go. So start info. Oh, there's a search. Why don't you use that? No, where do you type stuff into it? I was just going to search for like HTTP. Oh, there we go. Filter HTTP. HTTP dash. Okay, didn't like that. So we've got that there. Four 7.2. So we go to 472. So HTTP, that doesn't help. HTTP request listener. HTTP client nim. That's URL schema, that's no good. Four 447. How's that supposed to show you the URL? Like, there. I was kind of hoping HTTP would turn up something, but it's not. Other than that, and a client. ATM.ats.choseName@. Start proc. Permission denied. Cannot move it. Because it's open. .148 MSEC. Right, yeah, there goes that. Now I've moved it. History gift.exe. Popped up and went then. Mr. Regift, that might help. not Mr. Gift. It's not fucking opening. See what happens if I open all of these up. Right, there we go, we can see stuff. So there it is, why is it not fucking loading that? Okay, whatever. Right, we got what we want anyway. So that's doing some monitoring. So what was the things we wanted to find? So the registry key abused by the malware. It's doing a few. Interfaces. What's the hint? Check the path column. Well, that doesn't help. A reg kit. I mean, there's loads of them. Buffer overflow there. Access denied, denied. I don't know what you're supposed to look for there. Let's check the walkthrough again. So we only care about registry edit, so we can show registry activity. Let's turn all these off. So if these filters will focus on the first three, registry, file and network, we want to determine if any significant modifications were made. To do this, unclick all the filters and show only registry activity, which is what we've just done. So now we can filter by finding any registry key modifications, remove the following operations by right-clicking an entry, choosing exclude, similar to below. So we want to exclude query key, so we exclude open, exclude query, exclude close, exclude query again. Now we've got left with create query key. So the create ones are parameters. It's setting a registry value. Only one key has both create and reg set value. This key is related to a persistence technique called registry run key modification. It's commonly used by malware developers to install a backdoor. File modification. Now let's also determine if the malware sample executes file creations. We'll do that in a sec. So the registry key, we copy the path. No, it doesn't like that. Let's copy that then.
Zero Realbyte says,
What's the breakdown on breaking in?
I'm breaking into this. Desired read. I mean, that's not the registry key, so. What registry key is abused by the malware? Well, fucking this one. Why does it keep copying that whole thing? What's the value written on the registry key based on the previous question?
Think what would the malware use that would seem useful and stealthy?
Herder of Cat says,
Okay, I did day 10. Did you complete that?
Yeah, I did 10. Maybe it's this bit. No.
It was freaking awesome.
I don't understand this. How... If it's not that, then what the fuck is it? Like...
Like, Al nailed it this year like a freaking rock star.
Ah, brilliant. Now it's fucking showing everything. Right, let's try that again. It's fucked.
Don't know about you, but I'm already swamped with Windows updates.
That looks better actually. Right, so it's now it's doing run. It wasn't showing this earlier, piece of shite. Right, there we go. Right, so we want run. Let's get the description from it. So that doesn't match the format. What's the value written on the reg key?
Do you go to the office daily?
No, I'm only 2 days a week. It's not too bad. Especially at the moment, it's bloody cold. There we go.
Same here.
So it's running wishes.bat. What are the names of the two files created by the malware under C users administrator? So I need...
Today's max temp was 0 degrees Celsius.
Ooh, I think we were -1. What are we now? Tomorrow's forecast -4. That's going to be fun. Yeah, so we've got, let's see if you can see that.
I'm at -3 right now, lol.
I'm in my ring light. But yeah, 1 degree C with light snow. Right, so we've got... I filter these by directory. That's what we really want to do.
Euros says,
I'm close and we're at 18 Celsius at Portugal.
18. That's like oven degree temperatures at the moment. You'd kill for that. So there we go. C users desktop malware sample mystery gift. Is that right? It's created under.
We had floods today also.
Ooh, that's not so good. So user administrator. So we've got test JPEG. And what's the other one? And that's all I'm seeing. Test and That's it.
Herder of Cat says,
Had to leave the house today. The hot lady
Test.
from the city parking subscription service was waiting for me.
test.jpg, test.exe.
Traffic wasn't awful either, surprisingly.
The hot lady from city parking was waiting for me. So test is right. What's that one? You got 6. Oh, wishes.bat, of course. Yeah, there we go. So it creates test.jpg wishes.bat. What are the 2 domains wherein malware has initiated a network connection? So we want network bestfestivalcompany.thm and virustotal.com. Going back to strings inside the malware sample, what was the complete URL used to download the file? So I dumped it out. Hey Christy!
Christy says,
Hello, hello.
Herder of Cat says,
Usually if you want to get a subscription for next year, at least until mid-March it will be packed and you won't be able to get one. Today there was just me and another person there. Hello at Christy.
So this is going to find jack shit again, isn't it?
Christy says,
Hey, just Aggie 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sec.
What's the hint for this one? There's got to be like some bullshit to do. Use detect it easy in the strings. See the complete URL used by the first domain. You can also filter strings to display the desired output.
Herder of Cat says,
At Christy, who is this MSEC person you speak of?
Oh, I'm searching in my box, not that. I want this box. Find.
Christy says,
I got kidnapped by trolls and replaced.
No, can't
Herder
find
of
it.
Cat says,
I'm installing Windows updates. How you doing?
Christy says,
I wonder if I have COVID again, man.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yay, piss virus.
This is bullshit, this thing now. What's it doing?
Herder of Cat says,
Hope you don't.
What is the complete URL used to download the file hosted in the first domain accessed by the malware? I can't just filter it.
Blue team stuff is cool up to a point.
Christy says,
Oh well, piss symptoms, just Aggie.
You can filter the strings to display the desired output. Yeah, I know that, but it doesn't fucking work, does it?
What you doing?
We're doing room or day 12 on Advent of Cyber. And there should be a URL in here. So this is just the strings output of that executable. But I'm guessing it should be. I've got to like concatenate all of these parts.
A reverse or what?
No, we're not. Well, we're not reversing anything. We're just running it through static analysis tools.
I didn't do any rooms since Kringle came out.
Oh no, you got to get back on it. The last couple have been really good actually. Like the difficulty's gone right up. Or not really difficult, but just like more challenging things than what like the first couple of days were.
That's nice to hear.
So I can't just type virus total because that doesn't come up with anything.
Herder of Cats says,
I love Al's rooms.
Best doesn't come up with anything. Company doesn't come up with anything.
Like. Freaking Ama 6.
Christy says,
Haven't done any of ALS.
Herder of Cats says,
Amazing.
Zero Riobyte says,
Items if easy detected. It's too hard to use. The strings command is installed on the box and you could just use the command line and grep into it with cmd find start PowerShell alt.
Okay. So don't use this tool, you're saying? Oh cool, so we do have strings, so we can do strings.
You can if you want.
No, I'd rather use the CMD actually, so CMD
Herder of Cats says,
Hey, it's Zero Riabite, how's everything? Are you doing Advent of Cyber 2 right now? Lurk much? Smiley face.
Zero Riobyte says,
I couldn't find detected easy, didn't realize it was used to detect the packer and use until I was already done.
That's why I couldn't find it. I only realised it was a context menu. So if you right click on here,
1, 2, 3, 4,
it's
5,
in
6,
it's in the
7
context.
Already finished it this morning.
But yeah, it's not in the start menu or anything. It's not very good. I'm still not finding it. I've got like
Context menu on.
minus dot dot http core dot nim.
Herder of Cats says,
At Zero Riabite, you're a role model. I'm some days behind.
Zero Riobyte says,
With CMD you could do like. Strings binary, find string.
Find string. Okay. I mean, I'm using grep, but it's still not doing anything. Find string HTTP. I'm just getting the same stuff, but what's... So ideally I just want to get HTTP and a URL, unless it's encoded somehow. That doesn't find nothing.
Herder of Cats says,
I'm at my second Windows reboot. Whoop whoop.
So that finds like some randomness. That finds sysinternals. It's probably not the right one. It could be, I guess.
0 Reobyte says.
Is the exe unpacked?
Good shout, yeah. We did Kappa on the other one, so Kappa. No, it's not Kappa, it's the UPX, whatever it was. Yeah, this appears to be packed, so we want to. There we go. UPX-D mystery gift. So that. Oh, it's permission denied. Okay. So you do strings on the Viv.
Strings on the exe after unpacked.
Gotcha. Right, okay.
Herder of Cat says.
PC is much smoother now after the update. Could this be real or just a wet dream?
Is this just fantasy? So exe.viv. That's found even less. Let's
0
try.
Reobyte says.
Exe not viv also rep is not Windows for NRSDR.
Let's see if this is any easier to use now. Still nothing obvious. No, it's not finding any HTTP values at all. Let's try UPX on it again. -D. Permission denied. Let's try on a copy. That's better. Alright, so Hey, right, that's better. So yeah, you have to unpack it, and then you get these two. So we've got favicon IK. Oh, you could just make me fucking type it. HTTP best festival company .thm / favicon.
said good job.
Thank you. Well, it's with your help, so thank you as well for both saying good job and helping me. Right, if you've enjoyed malware analysis, try the intro to malware analysis and dissecting PE headers run. So maybe another day. Let's terminate the machine.
Which room?
Is this room what, the day 12 or the whole advent of cyber? I would say yes to both of them.
Herder of Cat says,
At 0 REVscue, this one which MSEC just finished.
Yeah, no, do it. You should definitely do it. If you've never done forensics before, at least it teaches you some tools. So, okay, if it doesn't interest you, then skip it. But if it's something that you've not done before, then why not?
0 REVscue says,
I like this one. Prokman is good to know when it comes to DLL side loading fuzzing, so it's useful to know.
Herder of Cat says,
Okay, I'll definitely do it now.
Yeah, I've used Procmon before when doing sysadmin. So rather than using it to detect what the malware's doing, say you've got you're installing something. When that thing doesn't work, what Procmon will tell you is it will tell you where, like, a file couldn't be written or something that's like preventing that from happening, and then you can just go into Procmon, find the bright red highlighted part that says, oh, this directory you don't have write access. You give whatever the process is that's doing the installation the access it needs, and it'll install. So it's useful for like a whole load of things, Procmon.
Thanks, guys.
0 REVscue says,
Also, Prokman is used for DLL hijacking, fuzzing.
Herder of Cat says,
That's cool. I didn't know
I
that.
use Prokman too, but not too much, so I don't recall much of it at the moment.
Cool, right.